about the karmic fruits, so effect or some. After we did good things or bad things, then what happened? What is the result? So we talking about these things. Then there's 4 types of the karmic fruits. The one is the developed result. This is the one translation of this vocabulary. And second, this translation is a karmic maturation. And in order to this is fruitional result. So that is pretty serious, pretty strong, because through this result, why this result is come with the life. For example, this life, why this result come, and why this result come next life, why this result come during the pardo and something, then for why coming this, then this the cause of this result is pretty much strong, powerful, that's way. And then the second result, now we called the result resembling the cause. I'm not sure you exactly get this, or actually there's a causally concordant result, the result which resembles. So my personally this translation is, what you do exactly result is come that. What you do exactly same like that happened. That is called the second result. The third is the on it result, dominating result. The fourth is a controlling result. This is the result caused by the person or result caused by efforts. So there's 4 different types of the results, karmic results. Then one by one I will teach you. Basically, we talking about the attachment. Attachment. If you do attachment, there is no virtues. That's all. We're talking about that. But which part of attachment has more non-virtues? Which part of the attachment has less non-virtues? Which part of the attachment is almost like okay? Without learning this part, then just we normally think, attachment is non-virtues of the body. Angry emotion is the non-virtues. Kind of these things, right? So actually we say the attachment is non-virtues. This is talking about the grossly. When we grossly teach, grossly talking, attachment is non-virtues. Angry emotion is non-virtues. Jealous is non-virtues. But we teach here subtle, then we figure out. So among them, the first we're talking about the developed result or fruitional result. Among the 10 non-virtues, I think everybody knows 10 non-virtues. Through the body have 3. Kill others, misconduct, and stealing, other things. This is physically 3 of non-virtues. Through the speech has 4. First is lie. Second is divisive or divisive. In order to separate talk. Separate talk means 2 friends is very close, but they separate due to the different speaking. And then pointless talk. And then harsh words. This is the 4 non-virtues among the 10 non-virtues. 4 of non-virtues of speech. Then from the mind, there's 3 non-virtues. One is, this is part of the desire, strongly desire. If someone have a very smart car, you strongly desire, you have had that, you need that car, like a greedy. And then another is the feeling of the harm. This is like a jealous, almost like a jealous. They like a envy. If people have something, you don't love those things. That's why you would like to broken or damage those things. And then one is the wrong view. The wrong view is you do not believe in karma. That is wrong view. You don't believe in next life. This is wrong view. You don't believe past life. This is karma. Sorry, it's wrong view. Among them, if you motivate anger, but you do misconduct. Make sense? Your motivation is anger. That means you are angry with that person. If you are angry with that lady, then you contact with that lady without love. You do not love with that lady. And this is not only your attachment, but you are angry that lady. For that reason, you forcefully misconduct. Through the angry emotion, you do misconduct. This development result is you will rebirth in the hell. 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 If you rebirth in the hell, then if we're talking about the suffering of the hell, maybe we cannot talk. So that means you directly rebirth in the hell. And then if your motivation is anger, truth, angrily you kill one person or something, you directly go. And the other life, any kind of life you killed, the development result is you directly rebirth in the hell. You have no chance to rebirth in the hungry gods realms and animal realms or human and demigod and the gods realms. Of course, there's no chance to rebirth in the pure land and the Buddha's stage. So listen carefully again. If you misconduct with one lady, for example, if you through with attachment, you misconduct, it's same to you both. First you misconduct by the forcefully, by the angry emotionally. Second is your misconduct by your attachments. Third is you misconduct by your love. Among them, first is you directly rebirth hell, full of suffering. This is the result of the development. But through your attachment, you do misconduct. This result is you rebuild animal realms. If animal realms and hunger gods realms, due to some virtues, it's possible you rebuild in the human realms. So that's where how karma works. It's deal with where? Deal with your motivation, right? Physically same action, but deal with the motivation. And then if you forcefully or through the angry emotion, angrily, you steal the other things, directly you rebirth in the hell realms. This is the result of development. Development result. You have had that. Who did these things? So karma never releases with us. But due to your attachment with these things, you still that. There's sometimes you are rebirth in the human realms still due to some another virtues. But it's due to the karmic fruits of these you're stealing other things. Then you are rebirth in the poor family, and you whole life you become poor. Yes, this is happened like that. Make sense? So, and then if you angrily you are angry with one person, through this way, if you lie, deceive, then what happened? The development result is you directly rebirth in the hell. But if you lied, you are a little bit liar, and then you lied for someone due to some reasons, not kind of emotionally angry. But then this result is possible. You rebuild in the due to the some another good karmas help you rebuild the human realms again, human being. But then what happened is people cannot trust with you. And if you are if you become boss, then you try to talk something, then people did not listen like those things. If you are a teacher, you teach, people can't follow that things. So this is not only mistakes of the students, okay? If today I teach about the karma, if you don't understand clearly, that is not only your mistakes. There's some of my karma, mixed of my karma. So I want to accept these things. Whether I like to accept that or don't like, I have no choice. Karma is very trust. So, and then through the angry emotionally, you harm to others, or for example through the mind, you have three, right? Or jealous, I better jealous. If someone is such a beautiful, then you are jealous that through your anger emotion. Then usually jealous is not root of the afflictions, root of the afflictive emotions. This is secondary emotions. We have 20 different branch of the emotions. Among them, one of them. But due to your anger emotion, you feel jealous with others or envy something, definitely you rebuild in the hell realms because of the result of the development. The development result. Now you understood how karma work. Usually we're talking about if you do jealous, then you become like that. If you do anger, do that. It's we are full of grossly. So if we're talking about the little details, I don't mean I can teach details, okay? Everybody can teach details. But it's important things is details. Then we know, especially we do practice with the antidotes. then we need to figure out what we do. Then we use some antidotes on there. So these everything are interdependent. If you do very seriously non-virtues, this antidote is you need seriously. If you do very simple, humbly some did non-virtues, this antidote is enough. Very simply and just simply antidotes can conquer those. And then through your attachment, if you kill someone through your attachment, then you rebirth hungry ghost realms. Hungry ghost realms, not in the hell. But we compare hell realms and hungry ghost realms, then hungry ghost realms is literally less suffering. Hell realms is 24/7 suffering. That's what we call the hell. And if you, through the attachment, if you steal something, I already told that, right? Hungry ghost realms. And if you rebuild the humans, then it's poor and something. And then you, like that, it's one by one coming this, in order to, this is the deal with your motivation. Motivation combined with the seriously emotion, especially angry emotion, that is very, very serious. That's where in the Shindadeva's their teachings, if you can be patient, that is the best your practice. If you are anger, that is more worse or more serious non-virtues. Shindadeva said that. And then due to the ignorance, due to the ignorance, you kill someone. This result is you rebuild animal realms. The animals, for example, cow. We're talking about these things. We do not discriminate between the humans and animals, but naturally they have different, right? So through the feeling of motivation of ignorance, if you kill someone, this is the result of development. You rebuild in the animal realms. You have to take some life of a cow. Maybe you take the life of some horse. They are domestic animals. And then wild animals is deer, and have many, right? And some of the buffaloes in South Africa. South Africa have many buffaloes, right? Buffalo looks like a cow. If we look at, sometimes I watch in TV about that. I think they have really, what are their sufferings? They try to get some eat. They go to the grassland. The lions come. They eat. Then they run away up their mountainside, downside, up. Then whole day run away. Then finally they are so tired, of course thirsty. Then they come near the water. They try to drink water. Then crocodile, they eat. So if we rebuild in the wild animals, how much suffering? If we rebuild the domestic animal, sometimes weather is so hot, but still they have no freedom. They cannot find any shelters of the shadow. And then sometimes they separate. Then people catch them. And then first they're taking blood. and then the skin off, then they're killed because they need meat. That moment you cannot say, please, please, I am suffer. You cannot say because you are full of the ignorance. Only you can feel that. You are not dumb, but still dumb or deep or what, I forgot that. Anyway, so if I am a cow, I forgot this place. Some place have some is the area of the kill animals. If from here to there 1 kilometer, then my first step is for close the suffering. Second step is for the suffering, right? After there, if they suddenly kill me, there still is okay. That's a final choice. Choose, but the skin off, take the skin off, taking the blood, and then use the knife. Thinking about this, that really is serious, right? So we have no desire to rebuild in animal realms. In the domestic animals, talking about the Tibetan yaks, what they do, the summary, they put lots of heavy things for the yaks. Female yaks, always the babies cannot that much get milk. People use that milk. And then they're getting old, then people eat them. And then here, cows have these things. And then some domestic animals, we keep too much inside. They have suffering really. If we are keep inside, one day we stay here, we have a fence, we have a cooler, we have water, we have lots of things. Still, if we cannot make tea break, we cannot stay here. Then take example ourselves to learn from others, right? They are 24 hours sit put in their home. Then it's so difficult. Then they cannot see any friends, kind of this. In order to the truth, the talking about the suffering, they have definitely suffering. But due to the compare some part of dogs, then here most of dogs are not like a street. They they get food and they can stay almost like a human. So it's very good. But if we compare, then they are okay. Otherwise, in order to takes the life of the dog, takes the life of the horse, take life of the sheep. So all of it have a suffering, right? And then human realms, we have suffering. We all really thinking this life, we all have desire same. Perhaps I have more desire for this realm, this life. But we all, our life has a limited. If we can stay in this world, if we have 100% good health, 100 year, 103, 105. Actually, there's lots of things are good, deal with karma. For example, many countries have a good health. They take care, but still they around the 80, 90, 20. It's then pass away. For example, in Tibet, I saw some old people. They are 97, 100, but I know them, some of them. They are very poor. Most of times they sleeping outside of the door because they take care of yaks, baby of yaks. Then they every morning go up mountainside to take care of yaks. Afternoon they move down these yaks. And their food is very simple. the little bit bread. This is not clear. They not make this bread in the pan, right? Pan. Where they make? Just in the fire. It's one side is completely dark and very hard, and another side is have a lots of dirt, and then they keep it inside. They have some Tibetan dress inside have lots of fears. Still they eat. Fears is coming with the food. It's dealt with the karma. Otherwise they cannot stay longer than that. But someone have pretty good conditions. They are pretty rich. They have many facilities. People do respect, but they are early. Pass away. So this is not only for Tibetans, anywhere. So for example, today, for example, we taking example ourselves. We all of us are over the 20. Then how many years remain? After, anyone can say, oh, I definitely, everybody have a wish, I definitely go to the Buddha stage, or I definitely go to the Pure Realms, or I definitely need to come back here. And everybody have a wish, anybody, that is good. But anybody have a confidence that? No. Why we don't have a confidence that? Because we don't want to talk in past life. In this life, how many times we did the non-virtues? If we count in, I already mentioned it, one master count these stones. During the coming bad motivation, put one stone. Good motivation, one stone. First, his bad motivation is more. Then last, his good motivation is more. If we count like this, then we know our good motivation is good, or more, or bad motivation is more. So that's why right now it is time to practice. So during the karma tell us like that. Karma tell us it is right to believe in karma. It is right to practice. Right time to practice. But I don't know what happened. Maybe it is also karma. Ear. Actually, our ear has hole inside, and then connection with the mind is hard and something. But we heard any teachings that this area, and then looks like not only for who listen the teachings, the teachers, same thing. Basically, this is degeneration terms. So we have a lot of busy schedules. We have a lot of some distractions. So that is one problem. Another thing is we don't know what we will become and who am I and who are we. These problems, then we cannot improve the practice, and we cannot decide something. So that's where sometimes we want to see the suffering of the ocean of the samsara, and we have to renounce it on there. Renunciation is very important. During the teaching the four thoughts, first is renunciation. First thought is from God's realms and hell realms, where we rebuild the suffering. The human realms is middle. Still we have suffering, right? If we have no physical problems, mentally we have problems. If we have no problems with mental, we have physical problems. If yesterday is okay, today is different. Today is okay, tomorrow is different. If on the daytime is okay, in the nighttime cannot sleeping well. If you can sleep in well, dream is not well. If dream is well, tomorrow wake up, not same. So think that. So that's where then in the teaching of the teaching as in the Buddhism, teaching in the karma, is truly tell us truly situations, or just like a superstition, or just some far away, just to share about story. Then we know that. We know them. So right now we have In the four thoughts, we say, first is the renunciation of the samsara, second is the impermanent, third is the cause and effect. But fourth is, if we do some, sorry, I misunderstand this, misconduct. First is the precious human life. So last is renunciation. So precious human life. Right now we have this precious human life. So we have to use this right now, precious human life. Then we need to go to the Pure Land. And not only we are going singly, we don't want to go individually. We want to go, at the same time we want to take lots of mother sentient beings. Lots of mother sentient beings are suffering in this world. So that's where we want to help them. If you practice on the bodhicitta, sometimes you think, oh, first I want to be Buddha for the sake of protect them. That is fun. This is one way of bodhicitta. If you think, oh, I want to practice, I want to help mother sentient beings, that's why I don't want to be Buddha. If you think that, taking this motivation through this way, if you practice bodhicitta, that is fun. That's very good. And also you think, I am together with the mother sentient beings, want to be liberated from samsara. That is wonderful. So right now we have this chance. Right now we have this opportunity. This is not only the opportunity, okay? If we really do something, we can. It's similar, for example, if you are baby, I am a father. Then I say, you have no any experience about the knowledge. You have no any experience about the school. I graduated from school. Then I say, hi, my son, if you go to the school and then you get some teachers and then you have opportunity to learn something. After then you become, you understand lots of knowledge, and then you see such a beautiful things from due to your knowledge, and then you use that, you can help others. If I told to my child, my son or my child, if my son has no belief with me, no trust with me, then it's just my son think maybe it's like a story. It's possible listen carefully that moment, but do not have interest in about that. If it happened like that, then we're talking about the Pure Land, Buddha stage, and precious human life. If you do not have a feeling, then it cannot help. That's where Buddha say you are your own protector. Right now I'm teaching. I'm teaching. You try to come up some feeling. It is true, it is right. Actually, you can research, you can investigate about what is the karma, those things. But if you are always the door of the investigation, door of the researching, way of the researching, then your trust, belief, decision, determination is never come. If this is never come, then you are so difficult to trust with the karma, okay, in the karma. If we have no trust in the karma, then we didn't see the value of the precious human life. This precious human life is not just easily get. Because this is dealt with the karma. In the hell realms, how many years need to stay? Hell realms, one day is hungry ghost realms, thousands of years. And the hunger ghosts, one day is animal realms, thousands of years. Animal realms, thousands of years, and human realms, one day. Human realms, one day is demigod, thousands of years. Make sense? If we have a proof. This proof is taking the example. If we are suffering or scared of something, we are scared, then what happened? Its short moment is getting longer. So this is mind. That's why in this hell realms, 24/7 suffering, then it's a day is, we feel the day is longer than the thousands of years. If we feel like that, then that is this. We think some coffee is very good. That is, we feel that. And sometimes we think chili relleno is delicious for me. Then that is my feel, right? My feeling, that is true. So that's where let you a little bit try to come up some feeling. Okay, be trust. I don't mean you want to be Buddhist, definitely, but if you trust in the karma, actually you are a wonderful Buddhist. But sometimes we happen something. This is possible. This is very possible. This is acceptable. But who accept that? Karma doesn't accept. We accept ourselves. That's all. Oh, I made this mistakes. It's possible. Just I make some. I want to be counselor by myself. But karma doesn't say it's you are okay. Karma has no compassion. What do you do? That happened, right? And then through the ignorance, if you lie or harsh word, the harsh word is very serious. They say harsh word is not a weapon, but it's cut the people's heart. It makes peace of the people's heart. Kind of this harsh word is very serious, but it deals with your motivation. It deals with your karma. If most of harsh word comes from anger. If you use a harsh word through the anger, then one way. This is the hell. But you use the harsh word through this ignorance. Then this result is you are taking life of the animal, or you taking life of the human, or some demigod. Then people use that harsh word to you. You get a lot of harsh words. You all learn right now thinking about that, really. Not only you, but we all have this experience. Sometimes we didn't do any mistakes, but someone just angry, just a harsh word with us. In your life, maybe have this experience. But sometimes you nothing to do good things, but unconditionally someone take care of you, help you, love you, find a easily friend. These things are in the past. Those activities with those emotions. So then these results come. Okay. Then second, first I told the developed result, right? Or fruitional result. Second, I talking about the okay. The result of this is a little bit difficult for me for pronunciation, my pronunciation, but hopefully you will understand. Result, which is resemble. Result, resembly. The cause, resemble. Yeah, resemble. But this is the pretty easy to explain, I think. what you did, the result is similar. So, but there's two classifications. There's two classifications. The first is the result of action, resembling the cause. I just try to translate that. I'm not sure it's you understand of that. In order to you already understood the result of the resemble, right? Resemble cause. It has two classification. One is the result of action. Then second is the result of experience. It's clear, right? So now I want to talking about the result of action. First, the result of action is, for example, before you are killer, right? In past life, you are killer. You killed animals. You killed a lot of life. Then this life, if you did lots of good things in order to you can rebuild in the human life. But still, what happened is you are very interested to kill others. Do you know? In past life, right now we have different intestines. For 30 people have 30 different kind of desire or intestines. These things are in past what you did. Right now still you have this imprinting in your mind. Some son of a very baby, very young, they are have very interesting to destroy. If they see one ants, they suddenly try to kill them. They see bugs, they suddenly try to kill them. Nobody teach to kill that. Why they do that? Because the result of action. So in past they did that, then this type is happened. Make sense? And then also someone steals other things from others' things. Nobody teach to how to steal, but they are very young, but little bit things that they steal. Why this is? Someone not only young, they getting very old, but still they have this habituation, or this familiarizations, because it's familiar in past did that, and then someone is to very much desire. Someone have too much attachment since young children. Since that moment they have. Why? These things are right now I'm talking about negative things. But then someone in the positive, someone very young. I see many babies in Tibet. They cannot chant mani mantra, but we taking the mala, then they hold and they use the mala. This is we call the imprinting. Whether there are some special reincarnations or not, but it's dealt with. Everybody have imprinting in past. So, due to for example, you are not seriously non-virtuous cultivators, but most of the times you are practice well. Through this way, you cannot rebirth Pure Land. You cannot become Bodhisattva and Buddha, but you due to your practice, those results, you again come in this world, in the human realms. But then you have different hobbies. Someone have hobbies is to make an airplane, Someone have interest in to make a nuclear weapons. Someone have interest in to poisonous. Someone have some medicine. Someone have philosophy. Each and everything this coming interesting or enthusiasm or whatever. This comes from the result of action. Come from the result of action means this is the result of the action. So this is everyone have a good and bad, good and bad. Good things is like this. Good things is, for example, someone since young, you see many, not only for a Buddhist area of the Buddhist, many the places, the young children, they see the people eat meat, they cry. I saw many kind of this. They cry. And some birds protect, some dog or a bear, I don't remember clearly. They protect the fish. Some dogs protect to other life. You know, those things are following the imprinting, follow with the karma. In order to, that moment they come, the result of action. Someone like to kill, someone like to protect other life. Someone would like to get something to turn back. Someone just going on through the road, they found this vajra. At the same time, they would like to turn back. They would like to, who is this? Who is this? But someone just go to the temple, try to steal this. So this is two different, right? Both is in past, what we do it. And then someone would like to be monk. Someone think monk's life is like a what is called this, like a someone punished. Think like that. Why? Because due to in the past imprinting. So actually, due to the practice, no need to be always a monk. No need to be always non, right? Non, female monk. If you taking this life through this way, you can practice. Many Mahasiddhis are similar like your life. You do not married. That is interesting actually. You don't do merit. You don't want to be monk. That is one levels. But if we're talking about the levels, then that let you know, okay, that is part of the knowledge. We're talking about the levels, then there's a different. Because someone keep a vow from the guru, they promised. If they broken this promise, they have more sin, non-virtues. But you kind of voluntarily, right? You just prefer, not promised with the guru, and you just keep your discipline. Then you are, that is very good. That is very, very good. Usually this is interesting. So I think that's kind of your lifestyle. You have more opportunity. Right now you have more opportunity. You guys actually, I'm not feature teller, but I deduce. So you have really good karma. If you do practice whole life, nobody destroy it to you. You read Tibetan history, what happened. So I mean like that. And then you have good health. Actually, you have very, very good facilities. Really. Right now it's ready to practice. Especially you ready to trust in the karma. And then you check with your mind. You have to be the Buddha and Bodhisattvas. So that means I don't try to be missionary. But my sincere motivation, because I trust in there. But what I can tell you, can I do it or not, is not always, okay? That let you know. But I hope you will become more better than me. Right now you are better than me, but still may you will be more better than me. That's why I'm talking about that. And then in order to the result of action, I taking some examples and talking about that. That's where in the instruction says that what you did, look at now your body or your action. If right now you are a little bit poor, if you have no money, kind of these situations, if you think, then you don't be upset. You have one understanding. That is, oh, in past life, I do too much greedy, and I didn't generous to anything. I didn't offer anything, and I did too much grasping. That's why right now I am poor. For the sake of the next life, I don't be upset that. Then if you be upset, then right now what I talking is, it looks like a pessimism. It looks like a negative things, right? But when we practice, when we teaching on the Buddhism, we always need to go with the secular, not secular. Secular, right? Not secular. That's what called. A moment ago, I remember. I forgot this. It's in order to the mind. The system of mind is very important. You always need to take care with the mental system. So we're talking about the little bit negative side. You are, oh, I did bad things in past life. That's why I'm poor. Then you be upset. Then that is not good idea. That is not good practice. Oh, past I did those things. For that reason, right now I am poor. I am sick. I am whatever. But I want to liberate from this stage. That's where first take one good motivation. May I have happened. I have what I have my situations right now. This is, may it is become instead of all of living beings who have same like this situation. May this make enough. This is instead of all problems. It is become instead of all problems. You do good wish. That is bodhicitta. And that next, then you need to know, oh, it is ready to practice, purify. It is ready to purify the past negative karma, and it is ready to start good karma. Because you don't want to be poor, you don't want to be sick, you don't want to be hungry, you don't want to get any sufferings. That's where you want to be liberated from suffering. So keep that. So here in this instruction, there's a what you did. Look at now your body or action. Right? If you practice, you learn a lot, but you don't know anything. Teacher teach all this, but after you conclude by yourself, you forget each and every single word. If you happen like that, don't be upset. Oh, in past life, I did a lot of ignorance. I used a lot of ignorance. That's where now my wisdom still not work out. But your wisdom is still in your mind. That's where you have opportunity to blossom your wisdom from your mind. So that's you have to think. And then in this instruction say, where you will rebirth next life or next time, it is now in your hands. Next life you rebuild Buddha stage. There's 4 Pure Lands: East Pure Land, South Pure Land, North Pure Land, West Pure Land, North Pure Land. And then 10 different directions have 10 different Pure Land. If you want to rebirth there, you have to practice. It is in your hand. The Buddha Shakyamuni didn't say it is in my hand. If it is his hand, where we rebirth in the next life, it is in his hand, then already he took somewhere. Right? Already. Because he has compassion, he has loving kindness, he has autistic love, he has a genuine compassion, he has omniscience, wisdom. So he already liberated us. But he can show us instructions we have to do, put into the action. Then, same thing. So that's where you will rebirth the next, it is now in your hands. It is not future in your hand, now your hands. So that's where let us keep this in the mind. Then this I talking about the to in the to the result resembling the cause, or the result resemble has 2 classification. One is that's all. Then the second is we called the result of experience. Karma with experience similar to the cause. 2 from the non-virtues. This is also almost most of them they have 2. Then what happens? What happened is okay, over time is there. So you didn't do the seriously karmic fruits or cause of karma, and then but you did some good things, sometimes bad things, then you rebirth the human, and then but you rebirth the human. Since you are child, you are sickness person, or you have some ears problems, you have eyes problems, you have noise problems, you have mouth problems, someone cannot speak, someone legs cannot walk, someone, why this? This is in past life you did the wrong thing. Actually, this tomorrow continuously coming on this way. In past life, you did the wrong thing. If you broken one leg of the birds, or you broken one leg of some birds or human, then this life, perhaps they broken your leg. Perhaps your leg is like a I forgot that vocabulary. In order to you cannot walk, you are always on the like a wheelchair. So these things are deal with karma in the past. And someone, this is the negative things, right? Someone rebuilt in the average young child, but they have nobody make their Their parents are not that much. Father is not that much smart. Mother is not that much beauty. Father is not that much wisdom person. Mother is too. But the baby is have a very wisdom and the looks like a beautiful or smart. Since nobody makes anything, but they have that because this is the karma. So this is positive part. So we sit on this positive, and then tomorrow we are going to continuously practice. So can you come on the page 15? So I will try to read this. This is a long life prayer, okay? For this realm, encircling by snow-covered mountains, you are the source of every benefit and bliss without exception. Tenzin Jamso, you who are one with our Lokashorya, may you remain satisfied until samsara's end. You are the embodiment of all the precious one. You are great beings, are the holder and the promoter of teachings of the Shakyalan. Your perfect actions are for the liberation of sentient beings. May you, the Egyptian Lama, whose enlightenment activities are spontaneously present, live long. Precious holder of the triple gem of Dugungba, who perceives the indisputable practice of the profound Dharma, who has realized the sublime truth which reveals peace and illumination. May you who relieve the suffering of limitless beings live long. The one known in the Holy Land as Ayadeva, eminent into the gargling of Eastern Tibet as Chudingba, the hard sound of Jigding Gumbo. May the life of glorious Garchin remain satisfied for 100 eons. In this age of stress, when the victorious teaching faces hardship, through his powerful Vajra-like conduct, he takes on himself the heavy responsibility of the unbased teaching. May Garchin, the son of the teaching, live long. You who are richly endowed with the glorious wealth of Dhamma knowledge, who through reflecting and meditating have actualized our self-awareness, absolutely relight, shining with the 100,000 light rays of ethical discipline of Buddha Dharma. You may Khenchen Renatoza live long. You possess the repossessor of the incense teaching of the past supreme Siddhas. You, the precious Kuncho, are the refuge of all being. You are the treasure trove of all wishfully Norbu. Tubang Kuncho Norbu, I supplicate you. By power of the wealth of our devotion and virtue, and of the deities of the two rules and the guardian, may the life of the Guru, glorious protector, hold him, and his actions ceaselessly spread in the 10 directions. Your 1,000 arms are the 1,000 Chakravarti kings. Your 1,000 eyes are the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate area. I prostrate to the Venerable Genius who shows whatever is needed to subdue those to be subdued. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 this virtue, may I sweetly attain the state of Chinese, and thus establish all sentient beings without exception in the glorious state of Chinese. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.